What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Midday Market Recap. My name is Brad, and this is Own the Chaos, where we talk about everything over-the-counter penny stocks. On the Midday Market Recap, we just go over some stuff that's been moving throughout the day, some of the plays we made, why we made them, to help you better understand the insane volatility that is the OTC. So as you guys might notice, this is a little bit different of a background that you're used to seeing. It's because I'm shooting some video. I'm really having a hard time getting the lighting situation. I love using my whiteboard, so I was coming up with some new content for you guys, so be on the lookout for that. And I wanted to use this as a nice little illustration on, helping you understand some stuff. But man, is it becoming a challenge? I've tried using the whiteboard in the past and was really unhappy with the lighting, and the lighting is still a problem. It is bright as heck in here. You guys probably can't see that, but it's super bright, and I'm still just struggling with it. So anyway, so bear with me in my, construction, if you will, but still wanted to get this off and talk to you guys about what's been going on today. Plenty of opportunities on a lot of stocks today to buy the dip. BTFD is kind of the theme, the play on words, the joke that we have within our WeTrade HQ community. And if you don't know what WeTrade HQ is, check the links down in the description. It's a free community of over 4,000 members from around the globe, learning and growing and celebrating each other's success. Not just dedicated to penny stocks, but in every area of the market, so that now, no matter what you're trading, WeTrade HQ is the place for you. So let's get started. Let me welcome some folks here. Jacob, Blade Runner, what's going on? Hussein, Duke Star, Mark, Salah, Amy, what's going on, guys? Some new faces, so good to see you guys. I'm not used to seeing a couple of you, so welcome if you're new. MRGE, hey, yeah, we'll talk about MRGE too. A couple of us folks got into that as well, and we'll go over that. But the big player today was BMMJ. Huge swings. We've been talking about BMMJ now. It's been green for pretty much a month straight, over a month straight now. And where is it going? Well, it had a significant sell-off today. Went from 207 all the way down to 165. Came all the way back up, green all the way up to $2.33. An amazing dip play. Whoa. This thing is just super strong. Can't believe how this thing, it just doesn't know how not to be green. Unbelievable. What a monster this thing is. We'll go over that. We actually, within my morning mentorship group, bought in, around in the 160s. A few of us got lucky, not me, that got 166, with the low being 165. I mean, the dip was literally like, if you blinked, you missed it. So I'll go ahead and show you my screen here real quick on how we broke that down. So this is my equity feed scanner, but what I wanted to show you is WeTrade HQ platform that me and my partner Jake have built together. It's pretty cool. So again, you can join this for free. You can search your favorite tickers, talk about them amongst your friends, and do technical analysis with our integrated trading view charts. And here's BMMJ. I broke it down on the 15-minute chart because it's really kind of gives you a good picture of what's been going on. This is only the last several days on BMMJ, but really, we can go back to the daily real quick. Look at this run up. This has literally been since March 14th. All the way up to here with highs of $2.33. Man, I can't say enough about this. This is something that I have not seen. I don't know if I've ever seen it ever, to be honest with you. That consistent of a run. But as you can see here, this huge red candle and this huge red volume bar, that was at the open. Somebody wanted out big time. And it came down here. We watched it come all the way down. And so what was the play here? So folks that were in this, or folks that weren't in it yet, were looking at it. Okay, where do I get in? How do I do this? And I was telling them, I was like, it's really difficult to try to identify any area of true support because of how insane it's been. The run's been unbelievable. So I was trying to do the best I could to communicate to everybody, not just within my morning mentorship group, but even those of you who just tune in for free, which is totally cool. I love the folks that tune in my YouTube channel and even in the free WeTrade HQ group. But I'm trying to do the best I can to convey that because of this extreme volatility, if you take a position on BMMJ right now, it is very risky. So I'm not saying that it can't pay off. High reward can yield that high risk. But, oh my gosh, I just realized that it went up to actually almost 240 was the highs. So crazy stuff. But anyway, The risk is real, guys. But when it started to sell off this morning, we started to identify some key resistance points on the 30-minute chart and on a 15-minute chart. And then it came down and just bumped 165, came all the way back up. And once it hit 165, it was literally off to the races. People couldn't buy into this fast enough. And that those folks are also included in my morning mentorship group, where they just started scooping all this up. And it's really starting to move like a NASDAQ stock. For those of you who don't know what OTCs are, over-the-counter stocks are not traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And so they don't really react to like a New York Stock Exchange traded security would react. It's very volatile, very crazy moving stuff. And so BMMJ is really starting to emulate what a NASDAQ stock would look like on how it's been traded. We've seen multiple millions of dollars every single day being traded on this, which is not the typical thing you see in the OTC. So it's just been an amazing rocket ship that's just gone up every single day. Unbelievable buying here at BMMJ. It really gave us a gift in that 165, even 170 range. A couple folks got 170. I mean, how can you not be happy about that, especially with highs at 230, almost 240? I completely missed that. I thought 233 was the high, but it looks like it was higher than that. So what's going on with it? There's a lot going on. We've broke this down within my Stockwatch Sunday. So if you guys aren't familiar with what Stockwatch Sunday is, Stockwatch Sunday, I go live with folks just like I do here, but it's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. You can tune in on, and I go over the stocks that I'm watching throughout the week. BMMJ was one of them. When I talked about it then, I think it was just being traded over $1. Guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was just right around $1. Maybe like $1.30 or something, and it still just keeps going up. It doesn't know how to quit. It's just an unbelievable stock. Super happy about that. Congrats to Jesse, who brought it up in our morning mentorship group, and to everybody else who was able to capitalize on BMMJ. So next one's going to be IRNC. We talked about this one yesterday. Wow, this is another rocket ship. And this was another buy the dip situation. That is the theme of the day. So what happened here with IRNC? It had a little bit of a run up at the open, and then came back and settled at this support very, very briefly. People recognized that it looked like it was kind of going to be a support that was developing here, and they just continued to buy it all the way up. It's up 40% today. Actually, it's up higher than that. As we went live, yeah, it's up 56%. Looks like it's headed to 5 cents. Guys, this was sub penny. Okay, it was trading below a penny on Monday. A lot of our folks within WeTrade HQ got in on this sub penny and riding the profits all the way up so far. Unbelievable. People are day trading this as well. So this is what happened with a lot of folks. And Kiko within our WeTrade HQ group and the KSM mentorship group, they have been trading this very well, trading on a 5-minute chart. And so that's why I have the 5-minute chart pulled up here. So as you can see, there's a pretty clear support level there. There's another one down here. It did not actually end up coming back down this low, but at around 3.1 is kind of where the dip was, and then it's kind of been going off like a rocket ship ever since. Really amazing play on IRNC. What's going on here? Well, yesterday I talked about with you guys how they have acquired 7 patents, and they're all related to the digital space. That is the business that they do. If you go back to the company profile on IRNC, they're next generation cyber defense company. So they gained some patents related to the digital space and the business that they're doing there. Anytime you see patent news come out on anything, it's always a big deal. So when you see, and as somebody asked me this morning as well, but if you see something like patent news, whether it's they acquired a patent, or maybe they're suing somebody over a patent infringement, something like that, it's typically a very big deal, very big catalyst. Obviously, go and do all of your own due diligence as well. You're going to have to go through, the filings, make sure that the share structure is okay, make sure it's not like preloaded or front-loaded, anything like that, so you can avoid pump and dump type of situations. But that's going to be one of the bigger catalysts that you will see in the OTC. We talk about reverse mergers, we talk about acquisitions, and even, huge revenue numbers and stuff like that coming in that will drive prices up. Patents are right up there with those type of bigger catalysts. And so that is why IRNC is running 7 patents that came out yesterday, and it's just the continuing from yesterday's news. So another one that I wanted to talk about was VYST. We talked about this morning as well. What's going on here? Well, we talked about, and I've talked about this at length, that I said, okay, you know, I really like 4.5 cents. That's where I originally got in. I got in way back here and just kind of been holding on to VYST. Still see a lot of value here, but they were late on their 10K. So there's a little bit of a gap down this morning, and it came right back up. Just settled out at around 6.5 cents. If I'm not mistaken, just want to get some real-time coverage. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I got to clean up my watch list here, guys. There it is. Yeah, so it's at 6.3. So yeah, hanging around 6.5 cents. But you know, it is just kind of chilling. It obviously way oversold when it came down to 5 cents, low 5.5 cent range, and people scooped that up. So there's a lot of folks that see a lot of value in this still. You can see, you know, with Bollinger Band and RSI paired together, it was way oversold right there on the 30-minute chart, and people scooped that up. People were asking about that this morning as well in VYST. Is this going to be a good opportunity? I said, you know, I feel like that it would be. I still see a lot of value here. And obviously, I'm still pretty green on it. But, yeah, VYST, another buy the dip situation as per the theme of the day. And pretty awesome stuff, if I do say so myself. So those are the ones that were basically a BTFD situation. There's a couple of other movers there real quick before I take some questions, which, by the way, I'll go ahead and get to those. I was looking at, we caught MRGE, got some really unusual volume, did some more digging. Share structure looks good. Not sure whether volume's coming in just yet, but I was able to capitalize, got in at 08. A lot of other folks did as well. Some interesting activity going on there, especially after it being so dormant for a while. IMUN was another one. Got in at 008s, and so interesting moves on that one as well. Actually tapped a penny. We'll see if it breaks that penny today. Excuse me. Came out with a 10K after hours yesterday, and we'll see what develops after that. So questions. Let me see. Oh, Duke's Robster. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, man. You know, everybody has different screen names everywhere, so good to see you here. All right, so would you please look at LLNW? I can look at that. Real quick question on BMMJ. What would you consider to be the next potential BMMJ and then the next rocket? You know, I wish I knew. If I knew, I would be, I don't know, living on an island somewhere. I mean, it's anybody's guess as what the next one's going to be, but you always look at ones that find potential. Nobody was going to, if you told me that BMMJ was going to have a move like that, I would have told you were nuts. There's no predicting that something like that's going to happen. You can predict that perhaps there's going to be a potential for a nice move on something, but to really kind of sit here and be like, you know what, I think this is going to go from 20 cents to $2.50 in less than a month or in a month's time. You know, that's really kind of pushing it on trying to figure out like when the next runner is going to be. So it's really tough to really make that decision. You just stick with your plan. Do your own due diligence, look for some unusual volume to try to figure out, you know, what's moving and why it's moving. And then maybe you can make an informed decision on whether or not you see value on something like that. So you can pull that trigger on the buy button. So LLNW, let's take a look at LLNW. So LLNW, let's see here. I'll pull it up for you guys. Let's go over here. Was it right? LLNW? Yeah, LLNW. Can't find it on WeTrade. Let's see. Yeah, I can't find it. Is that probably a NASDAQ, I'm guessing. Is it NASDAQ maybe? Is it even a ticker? Anybody can help me with this one. Yep, it's NASDAQ. That's why. Okay. So let's see here. Did it come out with some sort of catalyst? Let's see. Yeah, it came out with news yesterday. It looks like maybe after hours. Just some PR kind of stuff. Nothing crazy. Share structure is not bad. Trading at $3.15. Only up about 4%. I don't know. I can't comment too much on NASDAQ stuff just because it's not my area of expertise. You know, like to take a closer look at it. If it was an OTC, I would be able to give you a much better depiction on how it was moving and why I would think it would move. But honestly, I am just not as proficient as on the NASDAQ stuff as I am on OTCs. So I'll take a closer look at that one later. If you're in the WeTrade HQ group and you want to check us out, Ozan, you can feel free to send me a direct message and I can take a closer look for you and get back to you on that. All right. CMGO, we'll see. It had some interesting moves yesterday, but I'm not convinced just yet that it's really got anything else left in it. But we'll see. You know, I'm not really ready to write it off at all. But, you know, they're going to have to come out with something significant in order to really get it going. Still has some decent volume, $55,000 in dollar volume today, but it's got to get going. Nobody's going to pay attention to it if it can't get out of the subs anymore. So, hey, what's going on? So anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are interested in, you know, learning more about the OTC and how we experience these insane runs on this extreme volatility and are able to manage the risk properly and wisely, then subscribe to this channel and give this a thumbs up. Forgot to ask you guys to do that in the beginning. Please give me that thumbs up. Doesn't take a whole lot of effort to push that like button, but it would mean the world to me if you could do so. And also check us out at WeTrade HQ. It's absolutely free to join. The links are down in the description. I do have my morning mentorships where I go live with my exclusive group from 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern time. And we just kind of go over potential news that's coming out before the bell opens. And then after that, we can execute our plan accordingly. And a lot of people will find a lot of value in it. There's folks that are watching this live stream right now that are actually currently active in it, and they love it. So it's a really great program that we have. So if you're interested in that, links are down in the description. Go check us out. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I will see you all before the bell. And B Smith is out. Have a good one.